A proper road race, and in the true meaning of the word. That was how Mr. Monaco, the late great Graham Hill, once described this iconic event. The cars we drive have come a long way in the intervening half-century, but still we race on those same public roads beside the Mediterranean Sea. There's no victory more coveted than that of the Monaco Grand Prix. We already see the lowest average speeds of the season here at the Circuit de Monaco, and they'll be even lower in the difficult conditions today. 19 corners make up this famous 2-mile track, and with the rain, it'll be even harder than usual to get that critical heat into the tyres. Don't be surprised if we see a safety car at some point during the Grand Prix. Anthony Davidson, a very warm welcome to you as you join me in the commentary box for today's event. Let's talk about Thomas. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
They've been avoiding mistakes and have had solid pace, so it's been a good season so far, but whether they can keep that up long term remains to be seen.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, with Lucas Weber alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Sainz, Lando Norris, and Vettel, Raikkonen, Thomas, Hülkenberg, and Sergio Perez, Grosjean, Magnussen, Daniel Ricciardo, and Kvyat. Butler, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Russell, Pierre Gasly, and Antonio Giovinazzi. Stroll and Robert Kubica takes the last spot on the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid has formed. Be ready with the clutch. position. You're in 4th position. Verstappen ahead. Less than a second separate you. They're on old inters. Signs behind. The gap to the car behind is 6.1 seconds. They're on old inters. The gap to the leader is 6.0 seconds. Pit window opens in 12 laps time. 12 laps, 33 laps to go. We'll be seeing at least 20 minutes of light rain. Safety car deployed. The safety car has been deployed. Watch your delta. Make sure you keep it positive as we catch the pack. Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Confirmed. Okay, the incident has been cleared. Let's get back up to racing speed. The car behind has started to drop back. There's a gap beginning to form. In this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix 2 soon. car behind is dropping back. We're seeing a gap form. Light rain will stay with us for at least 20 minutes, maybe more. Light rain is here to stay. Inters look like the best tyre for now. first position, front of the pack. Weber is behind you. Okay, the gap behind is 6.8 seconds. They're on old Inters. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Increasing the gap to the car behind by a few seconds per lap. Keep this up. You are in first position, front of the pack. Sainz is behind you. The gap to the car behind is 29.2 seconds. They're on old Inters. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. The tyre situation is an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've got right now. Okay, we can take you this lap. We pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down. First position, front of the pack. Sainz is behind you. Okay, the gap behind is 37.9 seconds. They're on old Inters. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 4 laps remaining. Some information on Hulkenberg. They're retiring from the race. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. Our gap behind is 21.3 seconds. You're leading the pack. P1, Sainz behind. The gap to the car behind is 21.3 seconds. They're on old Inters. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Just 3 laps to go now. 3 laps. There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining. This is your final lap of the race. This rain could be with us for a while. Light rain conditions for the foreseeable future. Fantastic! You've won the Grand Prix.
That's a fantastic performance from Ferrari. It hardly looked in doubt. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
Looking at the podium, you can see that red suit familiar to fans across the globe. A world-class win for a world-class team. Ferrari do it again. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Thomas increases their championship lead. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
I have to give it to Thomas. They pushed and found some fantastic performance. It was just a pleasure to watch.
Let's move on to the constructors. Ferrari continued to extend the gap at the top of the table. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. Well, that was certainly an incredible weekend of racing. Be sure to join myself and Ant for more exciting Formula One action soon.